Hey yo guys, how's it going? Sally here, and today we are looking at new evil heroes. Kinda, mostly. We'll talk about that in a second. Guys, as we know, there is no deck in this world that gets me more hot and bothered than heroes, and by God, do I love heroes. What got me back into the game when I was a good few years ago now was pulling an evil hero Malicious Bane. I loved that card, right? Despite the fact that by that point that card had already been power crept to hell. I think it was in one of the reprint packs. It was disgustingly bad. It was a one tribute. Beat stick. It did nothing. I just thought it looked cool, and I thought the concept of evil heroes was amazing. So guys, let's have a look at the brand new evil hero deck that I will be running for the foreseeable future. There is unfortunately one proxy in the deck. I could not get hold of a Dusted Gold. It did get delivered today, but there was no one in to sign for it, so I couldn't get it. I'll have to get that tomorrow. I'll have it in time for the combo video, but let's just get into the deck profile. Okay guys, so just before we head into the deck profile, I just want to let you all know, quick challenge, and I'll let you know about it at the end. If we get this video to 25 likes with as many comments as we possibly can, then I will take this deck to regionals. I want to take Pendulum to regionals, but I would also like an excuse to play this deck, right? If we get this video to 25 likes or over, I will take this deck to regionals and I will vlog it, and I'll let you guys know how I do. I love this deck. I love Pendulum though, and I think Pendulum's slightly more competitive, but if you get this to 25 likes with as many comments as we possibly can, I will happily take this deck to regionals for you guys, and I will smash. I will drop a big rock and I will smash. Okay, let's get into the deck profile though. So as always, right, we've got to start off with some elemental heroes. We have 2 Stratos, which is just 3 pluses, 2 Shadow Mist, which is 3 pluses plus a mask change, and 1 Solid Soldier. Right, it's a condensed elemental hero package. Honestly, you don't need much more than this. They're all very searchable. We're running 3 e-call, 1 rota, so realistically you're running an extra 4 copies of every single one of these cards. You don't really need to search. You don't really need to hard draw these a lot of the times, especially this. You don't want to normal summon with this. You want to normal summon with Stratos, but if you can get this and you can get Stratos without your normal summon, then you're golden. Honestly, you've won the match. Next, we also have our Honest Neos, just to make our boys beefier, and by God, we have some beefy boys in this deck, let me tell you. Now, no modern hero deck can run without the Vision Hero engine. Now, the Vision Hero engine, 3 Faris, 2 Vion, and 2 Increase is insane. So, Faris will fix your hands. If you draw like a Shadow Mist or a Malicious, it's a 1 card link 2 that gets you a polymerization, and it can fix your hands, it can unclog you, get bricks out of your hands, get your plays going, all without a normal summon. Okay, so again, only reason we're not playing free Stratos for our normal summon is because Stratos is semi-limited, right? But Faris, you discard a hero, any hero at all, special summon it, set Increase in the spell and trap zone. Increase can then tribute Faris to summon itself, and when it does so on summon, it can summon Vion from deck, which dumps a card, banishes a card, searches Poly, and continues your plays from there. This engine is insane. Even sometimes if you're desperate, you can normal summon these guys. This is still a really good normal summon, despite the fact that the deck has a lot better normal summons and you want to summon this off Increase. This is still a fine normal summon. It's a 1 card link too, all on its own. And if you can get that, what's its name, Cross Crusader on field, then you are jamming. Next, for our Destiny heroes, we are running 2 Mali, 1 Draw Hand, and 1 Dynatag. A lot of people like Celestial. I think Celestial is absolutely fine, but I like Draw Hand because what this does is that it allows you to set up for a Dark Claw. Right, so this, when it's the standby phase after it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it from the graveyard, in which case you can just, if you've got a mass change set, you can go into Darklaw. Celestial has the benefit of if you've got no cards in your hand, you can draw 2. I think they're both as good as each other. Some people would disagree, but that's fine. Honestly, I think Draw Hand is really good though for facilitating, if you're forced to go first, a first turn Darklaw Dystopia, which is actually quite a good play because it's a couple of interruptions and a Macrocosmos with legs. This will make your Dystopia live, and Mali, there's only 2 copies of Mali here, but this deck actually runs a secret 3rd Malicious. It's pretty sick. And Malicious, of course, just helps you link climb and set up more plays. Now, going on to hand traps, we have 3 Nibiru and 2 Ghost Ogre. I actually think, controversial opinion here, that Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring is a really low impact card right now. I do run it in the side deck, it is still worth running, but honestly, it doesn't really do enough. Of course you can use it on like Nightmare Mermaid, that's always fine. You know, you can Ash and engage if you think your opponent's desperate, but truthfully, I don't think it does enough in this format. So what I want is real high impact cards. Nibiru is possibly the most high impact hand trap in the game right now. And Ghost Ogre, you know, if you're hitting against Dragon Link, like the LPs, everything like that, the Saryuya, you know, you've got all that you can do against lots of control decks. They've got a lot of continuous spell and traps that have to activate, then activate another effect. You know, going up against your True Dracos, going up against your Pendulum, which is a really popular deck right now. You know, Ghost Ogre is just really high impact. Again, so you want the most high impact cards you possibly can have. Again, Ash is totally fine. It's just a 1-for-1 though. It's not quite as derailing as it used to be, and I'm sure it will come back in other formats, but right now I just don't think it's quite as detrimental. For our last main deck card, we have Evo Hero Adusted Gold. Pay £30, add Dark Calling. Realistically, guys, this card is mandatory in the deck. It's basically your OTK engine, because you can search this off of Cross Crusader and then send Malicious and this using Dark Calling to make Evo Hero Malicious Bane. You know, but yeah, this I'm really sorry, guys. I had to proxy it, but I think this is pretty good. Look at that guy; he's real angry. Yeah, there's the meteor in the background. He's also angry. I think that's Nibiru. But yeah, you need the one Adusted Gold. Next for our spells we have 1 Dark Calling, and this is pretty much Miracle Fusion for Evo Heroes. Just fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck that must be special summoned with Dark Fusion by banishing fusion monsters from your hand and or graveyard, and it's treated as a fusion with Dark Fusion. Again, not really much to it, it just gets out your Malicious Bane. Then for our free OVs, we run free Mass Change, free Fusion Destiny, and free E-Call. So this searches out your elemental heroes, right? This is your third, fourth, and fifth copy of all your elemental heroes. Again, it can just set you up for OTKs. It can allow you to plus. It can be your normal summon. It can be an extender. It's insane, right? This essentially makes this deck a 37 card deck. It's an on once per turn 1-for-1, kind of like Upstart Goblin, but not quite as good. Realistically, this is amazing. This is amazing. This gets you a 1-card Link 2 if you have to. You can take in some cards from your side deck to make your Destiny Hero dangerous, really dangerous, to set up not only your 1-card Link 2 plays, but to set up some disruption against your opponent to break their boards. Mass Change, it goes into your Anchor, it goes into your Darklaw, again, which are absolute game winners against some decks, like Darklaw right now, against this Orcust-infested meta, is a 1-card game winner, because they need their graveyard, and you send everything from graveyard to the banish zone. So it's amazing. So this card's an amazing extender. This card is just amazing, and this card is just free pluses. Okay, so that's our free OVs for our spells. Next, we have 2 Super Polymerization. Like, honestly, Super Polymerization should not be free. It's actually disgusting. Heroes can take advantage of this so well, considering you can actually Super Poly any elemental hero and the rock to make the Shining. It's amazing. So yeah, Super Poly, against the amount of dark decks that we have right now, again, it's just an absolute blowout. It's an absolute game winner. Like, it's sick. Super Poly is just amazing. Then for our 1-OVs, we have Rota, A Hero Lives, and Poly. You want to search this off of Vion. It's an amazing extender. It can set up Destiny Hero plays, or it can set up a Vision Hero Adoration, which using that way, like Solid Soldier and Shadow Mist, that's just honestly insane. A Hero Lives, best card in the deck to start your combos. Pay half your life points, which no one really cares about, summon Stratos or Shadow Mist, so either way, it's pluses, okay? And Rota, you know what Rota do, it search your warriors. Okay, so that is the main deck spell cards, and for our last 2 cards we have 2 Infinite Impermanence. Guys, I know this card's still kind of not very budget, and that's totally fine. Some people have it, some people don't. if you can't afford this, Effect Veiler's totally fine. I prefer this over Effect Veiler right now because you cannot call by the Grave It, and you can set it if you're forced to go first. This is a blind second deck, of course, but being able to have infinite impermanence to stop your opponent's plays, again, just really, really good. So that's the main deck, guys. Let's move on to the extra deck. Okay guys, for the extra deck, of course we are running the new best boss monster in Heroes, Evil Hero Malicious Bane. So this must be special summon with Dark Fusion, but it's okay because Dark Calling treats it as a special summon with Dark Fusion. This can be destroyed by battle or card effects, right? So okay, if you're forced to summon this going first, you've got a pretty big beefy monster that can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, so again, like that's just brilliant. Now here's the really good part. During your main phase, you can Raigeki, and this card gets stronger for every card that it destroys. This card gains 200 attack for each monster destroyed this way. Now, you cannot declare an attack for the rest of the turn except with Dark Hero monsters. That's not even a restriction. The best hero monsters in this deck are all dark. It's amazing. This card does not have a single drawback. It's easy to get out. It looks pretty cool, like look at that boy. And it's kind of disgustingly priced, but seriously man, this card is nuts, right? If you want to run a heavier Evil Hero engine, if you've got the budget for it, then feel free, pop down another one of these bad boys. Next we'll move on to our Masked Heroes. Okay, as we said before, Dark Claw's an absolute blowout in every single meta. So many decks need their their graveyard, and it banishes everything. Please remember as well, if your opponent searches, this card will in fact actually banish a card from their hand randomly. This card's actually pretty good against your control decks. Like, not a lot of people use Masked Hero Blast Effect, but essentially, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and its attack becomes half, which is pretty decent. And once per turn, quick effect, you can pay 500 life points to bounce a back row back to your opponent's hand. So if you have this and your opponent tries to like start setting cards, then you can bounce it back to your opponent's hand and then just mess with them, right? Dian, more so that Solid Soldier always goes through if you need it to go through. I would honestly consider cutting this for a different card, but Dian's actually pretty good as well because it can special summon a hero from deck. So during the battle phase, you destroy a monster with it, special summon Shadow Mist, get a mass change, and push for game because you can get your Anki at that point. And then speaking of Anki, this card is brutal, right? This card is amazing. So first of all, it's gorgeous, right? Not a lot of people are like into gold secrets, but I'm really into gold secrets. This card can attack your opponent directly for 1400 damage, but add a Honest Neos to that, and you're up to 3900 damage, right? This card's amazing in time, and if it destroys a monster, it searches a mask change, right? So a cool little combo is attack with Dian, get a Shadow Mist from deck, search a mask change Shadow Mist into Anki. Anki destroys a monster. Anki then searches another mass change to go into Dark Law, right? So again, you're breaking your opponent's board while simultaneously building up your own and just forcing damage through. Again, guys, this can attack directly. See if you've only got a minute left, special summon Shadow Mist where hero lives, get mass change, Anki, attack directly, win, right? This is your cowboy for game. So that's our Masked Heroes. Masked Heroes are absolutely vital to the deck, especially going first, setting up Dark Law and Dystopia is amazing. Our Vision Hero OTK package is one Adoration, the most generic hero you've got, plus Trinity, right? There's actually some situations where Malicious Bane is not the best hero to OTK your opponent with. Sometimes this is actually slightly better, but let's break them down. So this has an Underclock Taker-like effect, where you can in fact target a hero, not this one, target another hero, and target one of your opponent's monsters, and that opponent's monster loses attack equal to that hero. Then, for this big boy, he doubles his attack when he's summoned, and he can attack 3 times. So see for boards like Orcust, right, where the opponent is going to protect all of their monsters with Dingirsu, you summon this instead of Malicious Bane, right? So you go for a Poly as opposed to Dark Calling, you summon this, you attack 3 times, and like a Galatea or a Dingirsu, especially if you've got Honest Neos in hand, this can deal disgusting damage, and if you've got Dread Decimator pointing to it, more damage, right? It's absolutely nuts. So yeah, this card's disgusting, still one of the best OTK monsters around, and it's your alternative boss monster to Malicious Bane. Next we have our Destiny Heroes, Dystopia and Dangerous. So Dangerous is just one Destiny hero plus a dark monster, so that could be Shadow Mist, or it could be Farfa, or it could be Shadow Dragon. Honestly, all really good picks. Shadow Mist will let you plus, of course, by searching out heroes, and then you can dump your Malicious to get a 1-card link to, revive this, tribute it, anything like that. And Dystopia is a really good interruption for your opponent's turn. There is we've seen it before, I've posted it, I'll link it down in the comments, but there's a really, really long combo to get out Dystopia. And I was playing a guy a couple weeks ago, it was from the vlog as well, and I comboed roughly for about 5 minutes to end on Dread Decimator, Dystopia, with a Mass Change set and Draw Hand in the Grave, and he was like, God, that's a long combo for Trident, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it's a really long combo for Trident. Yeah, it's such a long combo just for one interruption. It was quite funny. Went through most of the deck, most of the extra deck. But Dystopia's nuts. Pop a card during your opponent's turn. For our extra heroes, we're actually just running free now. I used to run Wonder Driver, but I just found that I end games too quickly to want it. I'm sure there's going to be situations coming up where I want to see the card, but to be quite honest, I'm not too bothered about it. Okay, honestly though, I think this is perfect. You need one of these guys to set up your Dystopia, to change its attack points is really good, and to buff your Trinity to OTK. Again, this is actually, I'm gonna eat my words here. I used to think this was honestly the worst card in the hero deck. I don't think it's the best card, I definitely don't think it's the best extra hero either, but it actually serves a really good purpose when you consider that heroes are so good at OTKing. And then for our last two cards, these are to support Super Poly, Cyframe Lambda and Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. I love this card, I'm a big fan of the Arc V Dragons, and Lambda is just a generic link too. Pretty much that's it, guys. So, that is the deck, 40 cards main deck, 15 cards as extra deck. I'm not going to show the side deck, guys, because I'm still tweaking it. But let me tell you why I'm still tweaking it, right? So ultimately, this deck is a deck built to go second, but the side deck is built to go first. So I'm trying out a lot of different things right now. Here's my recommendations. The deck doesn't do well against control decks, so you want to add your Twin Twisters, your Red Reboots. The deck does not do well against slower decks, so again, you want to do things that control the pace, and it kind of needs some support going first now, so you can include the Solemn packages, a couple of strikes, free judgment, and you're pretty much good to go there. Protect your Dark Law, protect the castle, don't let your opponent play the Yu-Gi-Oh, and just banish everything they've got. Also, guys, Lancia, if you don't have it, is absolutely mandatory. Pick up your Lancias for this season. It's the best card right now because it screws away all the Orcust that's going on, and again, Orcust is an infestation right now. And then, of course, I've got Ash in the side deck too, because I think it works against some decks. It's just not high impact enough for every deck, especially Orcust being the best deck right now. Okay, guys, let's take it to the outro. Okay, guys, just before we actually head into the outro, I just want to go over one quick little thing. There is a regional in Glasgow this weekend. First of all, let me know if you're going. I'd love to meet as many of you as I possibly can. Of course, some of the guys are already watching here that are going. I'm really excited to go. But I'm going to take Pendulum, right? I have decided Pendulum is the deck that I want to take to regionals. I've talked about it a wee bit before. If we can get this video, however, to 25 likes and as many comments as you possibly can, right? If everyone sticks a comment down there and gives it a wee like, I will take this. I'll take this exact deck to regionals, and I will do it as best as I can. I will try and win as much as I can with regionals, and I will go and I will dread decimate everyone. I'll be real malicious against them. Insert Stratos joke here. Yeah, guys, so the aim is 25 likes, as many comments as possible. We're going to take this deck to regionals, and I'm going to vlog it. Okay, but for the outro, as always, guys, if you liked it, give it a like. If you loved it, give it a share and tell everyone you know about Team Tally today. If you have not joined Team Tally, do yourself a favour. Join Team Tally now by hitting the subscribe button. As always, guys, you have been amazing. I've been Tally. I'll catch you all later. Bye.